Namaste. Today I'm going to read Volume 2, Book 2, Rudra Samhita, Part 3, Chapter 25, The Seven Celestial Sages test Parvati in the Shiva Puran. Om Vakrata Makaya Surya Koti Samaprapani Veganam Kone Vedasaram Surya Kadantai Vakam. Om Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Hari Om Tat Sat. Narada said, when Brahma, Vishnu and other gods had gone along with the sages, what happened thereafter? O dear one, what did Shiva do? Within what time did he go to grant the boon? How? Please tell me for my pleasure. Brahma said, when Brahma and other gods had gone back to their respective abodes, Shiva entered into spiritual contemplation in order to test her penance. He meditated upon his own soul within himself, the Atman that is greater than the greatest, free from illusion and obsessions and stationed within itself. The bull-bannered Lord Shiva, the object of the expression that, whose movements are known in the cause of enjoyment and protection. Shiva is the supreme. Brahma said, "Oh, dear, then Parvati was engaged in great penance. Even Shiva wondered at that. He became distracted from spiritual contemplation. A deity subservient to his devotees cannot be otherwise. Shiva, the cause of great enjoyment and protection, remembered the seven celestial sages, Vasishta and others. Immediately on being remembered, the seven sages came there with faces beaming with delight and praising their good fate. Bowing to him with folded arms and bent shoulders, they eulogized Lord Shiva with extreme pleasure by means of words choked with devotional feelings. The seven sages said, O great God, Lord of gods, O Lord, O ocean of mercy, we have become very well blessed since we have been remembered by you now. Why have we been remembered? We may kindly be commanded. O Lord, have pity on us as on your own slaves. Obeisance be to you. Brahma said, on hearing the words of the sages, Lord Shiva, the storehouse of sympathy, spoke lovingly and laughingly with eyes beaming like full-blown lotus. Lord Shiva said, O dear seven celestial sages, listen to my words. You are all my benefactors. You are clever and perfectly wise. The great goddess Parvati, the daughter of the mountain, is performing a penance now in the mountain called Gauri Sikara with a steady mind. O Brahmins, she is desirous of attaining me as her husband. She is being served by her maids. She has discarded all other desires. She is determined in her resolve. O excellent sages, you go there at my bidding with love in mind. Conduct the test of her resolve. O virtuous ones of good rights, at my bidding, you need not hesitate to employ even deceitful and critical remarks. Brahma said, thus commanded, those sages quickly went there, where the mother of universe, the brilliant daughter of the mountain, shone with refulgence. There she was seen at the personified achievement of penance itself. She was shining brilliantly with great splendor. Mentally bowing to her, the 7 sages of good rites humbly spoke to her after being warmly welcomed and worshipped by her. The sages said, "O daughter of the mountain, listen. Why did you perform this penance? Which god do you wish to propitiate? For what purpose? Please tell us now." Brahma said, thus addressed by the Brahmins, the goddess Shivani, daughter of the Lord of Mountains, replied truly before them, though it was a great secret. Parvati said, "O great sages, listen to my words with hearty affection. I am saying only what I thought in my own way. On hearing my words, you will laugh at me, considering my proposal impossible. O Brahmins, I hesitate in revealing it, but what can I do? This mind of mine is resolute, helplessly attempting at a great task. Verily, it is trying to erect a high wall on the surface of water. At the bidding of the celestial sage, I am performing this steady penance with the desire that the Rudra be my husband. The unfledged birdling of my mind flies up tenaciously. May Lord Shiva, the storehouse of mercy, fulfill its desire." Brahma said, on hearing her words, the sages honored Parvati mentally with pleasure, but spoke these deceptive false words laughingly. The sages said, "O daughter of the mountain, although you are wise and intelligent, you are not able to see through the conduct of the celestial sage who professes to be a great scholar, but who is cruel-minded. Narada is a quibbler. He misleads others. If his words are paid heed to, you stand to lose in every respect. Now listen to a true antidote that sheds light thereon. With keen intellect, we are enlightening you out of love and affection. Take it to heart. Daksha, the son of Brahma, at the bidding of his father, begot 10,000 sons of his wife. He dearly loved them and employed them in performing a great penance. The sons went to the holy lake Narayana Saras in the western zone for performing penance. Nosing it out, Narada too went there. Sage Narada misled them with his deceptive instructions. At his instance, they never went back home to their father. On hearing this, Daksha was infuriated, but his father consoled him. Thereafter, he begot 1,000 other sons and engaged them in penance. The sons too went to the same place for penance at the bidding of their father. Narada too went there, a self-appointed instructor for them. He gave them the same instruction, and they went the way of their brothers. They never returned to the parental abode. They were engrossed in the avocation of mendicants. O daughter of mountains, the good conduct of Narada is thus well known. Now hear about another activity of his in making men detached. There was a Vidyadhara named Chitraketu. The sage instructed him and made him detached from his house. He bestowed his instructions on Prahalada and made him suffer much at the hands of Hiranyakshipu. He is definitely a person who splits others' intellect. Whomsoever this sage advocates his philosophy, very pleasing to the ears, generally, the same person discards his hearth and home and begins to beg for alms. Narada has a dirty soul, though he is endowed with a white, brilliant complexion forever. We know him particularly because we are his associates. People from a distance may describe a stork as a gentle bird that does not prey on fish, but in fact an associate knows the conduct of his associates. You too, who are honored by the wise, have followed his advice and thus become a fool. That is why you are performing this severe penance. O young lady, he for whose sake you are performing this elaborate penance is a perpetually indifferent person of no emotional disturbance. Undoubtedly, he is an enemy of karma. The trident-bearing Shiva has an inauspicious body, is free from shame, and has no home or pedigree. He is naked and ill-featured. He associates with ghosts and goblins and the like. That rogue of a sage has destroyed your discretion with his deception. He has deluded you with apparently good arguments and made you perform this penance. O great goddess, daughter of the mountain, you alone think within yourself how much pleasure could be derived from getting such a bridegroom. At first he married Sati, the chaste daughter of Daksha, eagerly, but the fool that he was, he could not maintain the household even for a few days. He accused her and forsook her himself. The Lord went on meditating on his own form, free from stains and sorrows, and sported happily. He is single without a second and without attachment. He is salvation. How can a woman put up with him? O blessed one, even now at our bidding, return to your house, cast off this foolish intention. You will benefit thereby. A befitting bridegroom for you is Lord Vishnu, endowed with all good qualities. He is a resident of Vaikuntha, Lord of wealth, and is skilled in sports. O Parvati, with him we shall fix your marriage that will confer all happiness on you. Leave off this obduracy. Be happy. Brahma said. On hearing these words, Parvati, the mother of the universe, laughed and spoke to the wise sages. Parvati said, O excellent sages, what you have said may be true according to your light and wisdom, but O Brahmins, my tenacity cannot be affected. Being born of a mountain, toughness is congenital to my body. Pondering over this with a short intellect, you will please desist from preventing me. I shall never discard the wholesome advice of the celestial sage. Vedic scholars know and affirm that the advice of a preceptor is wholesome. Those who firmly believe that the advice of the preceptor is true will experience great happiness here and hereafter. They will have no unhappiness anywhere. Those who distrust the maxim of their hearts, that the advice of preceptors is true, will experience nothing but misery here and hereafter. No happiness anywhere. O Brahmins, the advice of the preceptors is not to be eschewed at all. Whether it leads to the attachment of a householder or otherwise, my tenacity will remain pleasing to me forever. O excellent sages, what you have just spoken shall be interpreted in another way. I shall explain it in brief. When you glorify Vishnu as the abode of noble qualities, or as a sportive deity, I do not contradict. As to your statement that Sada Shiva is devoid of attributes, I shall tell you the reason. Shiva is Brahman, unchanging and without aberration. He assumes shapes and forms for the welfare of his devotees. He does not make a show of worldly lordship. Therefore, he assumes the attitude and behavior of great yogins. Shiva is a supreme bliss personified and an avadutta in form. Interest in an establishment and ornaments shall be found in those who are deluded by illusion and who are not in unison with the Brahman. The Lord is devoid of attributes, unborn, free from illusion, of invisible movement, and a cosmic being. O Brahmins, Shiva does not shower his blessings on the ground of faith, caste, etc. I know Shiva truly only through the blessings of the preceptor. O Brahmins, if Shiva does not marry me, I shall remain forever a virgin. Truth, I tell you the truth. Even if the sun were to rise in the west, even if the mountain Meru were to move, even if the fire were to be cool, and even if the lotus were to bloom on a rock at the top of a mountain, my stubbornness cannot be nullified. I am telling you the truth. Brahma said, after saying thus and bowing to those sages, the daughter of the mountain stopped and remembered Shiva with an unruffled mind. On realizing the resoluteness of Parvati, the sages hailed her and bestowed excellent blessings upon her. O sage, after bowing to the goddess, the sages who wanted to test her were delighted. They immediately returned to Shiva's abode. Having reached the place, they informed Shiva of all the details. Taking leave of him with respect, they went to the heavens. Footnotes. It refers to the formula, that are you, identifying the soul with the Supreme Soul. The seven sages are Marichi, Atri, Angiras, Pulascha, Pulaha, Kretu, and Vashishta are represented by a group of seven stars called Ursa Major. The Narayana lake has not been identified. Probably it is a lake of the Narayana hill near Badrinath in Gharwal. 38. Vaikunta, also called Vaibhara, is the abode of Vishnu, variously described as situated on the eastern peak of Mount Meru or in the Northern Ocean. Here ends today's reading of the Shiva Puran. Om Prabhu Purandanatham Vibhum Veshwanatham Jagannatanatham Saranantavajan Bhuti Putam Bhueshuram Bhutanatham Shivam Shankaram Shambhu Meshanamide Om Kapura Kauram Karunavratadam Sansara Saram Bhujagendra Hadam Sadavasantam Hridyar Vinde Bhavam Bhavami Saitam Namami Om Nama Parvati Pate Hara 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 Mahadev Ki Jai. Om Hum Jum Sam Bhurubhava Swam Trambakam Yajamhe Sugandham Pushti Vardhanam Urvarakamiva Bandhanat Merichomuksham Amritat Om Swaha Bhu Bhu Om Saha Jum Hum Om. Om Tuya Mata Chapitatumya Tuya Manusha Trasakatumya Tuya Vidya Dravinam Tuya Tuya Sarvam Mamadeva Deva Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat.